Okay, welcome to the Team Bloom call. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. The sound is a little funny tonight, so I'm gonna yell so that we can record this and you can watch it later. So tonight, our focus is going to be on getting a game plan for May. And also we're gonna be talking about how to post to where people are coming to you and you are not having to go out and send all of these invites. Like, we wanna be creating a movement, and we want people to want to join Team Bloom and join our challenge groups. And it really all starts in our posting and in being confident. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So first of all, I'm going to give an example of a game plan for May that I'm going to be following. This is what I do every single month. And it's an option for you if the thing is you don't want to be waking up every morning and thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, what can I say that's good? I'm in a super bad mood. My kids are cranky. I feel like crap. I haven't put on any makeup. What the heck am I supposed to post? And then you just throw up something that really doesn't mean anything, but you're just doing it to throw up a post. Have you ever done that? Yeah, I do it all the time. So you really need to have a game plan so that you want to have quality over quantity all the time in your posts. So this can help with that game plan situation. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, sharing it. And I'm just going to leave this right here. Okay, so the theme for tonight is stop making yourself small. We are going to enter May ready to go with the game plan, and we're going to enter May excited because every single person is going to hit Success Club 10 or whatever your goal is. We are going to have rank advancements. People are getting ready to go to Summit in June. So good things are happening. You guys, I just got back from Mexico, and let me tell you what, it fired me up because every time I'm there, I got to go to the elite party this year. And so that was like hanging out with all the top coaches who we follow on Facebook, right? Like the top 0.5% or whatever. And they are just like us. Like, they are no different than us. But so many times, we follow Melanie Mitro and Bonnie Engel. We follow all them on social media and we put them up on this pedestal. And I was hanging out with them and I was like, you are no different than me. They've just been in the game longer and they've been consistent over years, right? So there is no difference. So first of all, we need to stop thinking that we are any different from them, okay? So we need to stop making ourselves small, and we need to have the mentality that we can do whatever we want to in this business and that there is no goal that is unachievable. And you have to believe that to your very, very core. Like, you have to believe that. So here's how we're going to do it. We are going to get a game plan. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me okay? Okay, here's the game plan. So May starts on Tuesday, right? It is May 1st. So I have a group starting Monday, April 30th. So what I'm going to do, and obviously this is going to be different. I don't know when you guys are starting your groups, or if you're doing a group with me, then this fits right with what I'm doing. So the focus for that whole week for me is going to be on how does my challenge group change my life? So I'm going to be talking all that week. Like, I am very rarely going to do a straight up invite. If I do a Transformation Tuesday post, I might say at the end of it, message me if you want to know details. But you guys, if I'm talking all week about how these groups are changing my life, about and specific, I'm not saying be vague. I'm saying you have to be real, and you have to ask yourself, what would my life be like if I wasn't in these groups? If you can't answer that question, then my question to you is, are you investing yourself in the group? And are you really diving in? Because this should be affecting your life every single day in such a good way that you cannot help but share about it. So all that week, I'm going to be sharing how this is changing my life. And you know what's going to happen? I don't have to put out a bazillion salesy posts, because I'm going to have people reach out to me or comment or like the posts. And then I have the chance to tell them about it. Because if you're loving something and if something's changing your life, people are going to reach out to you about it. But you have to be consistent. They have to see, dang, this girl is talking about this every single day. I would be a fool not to ask her. So I'm going to give testimonies for my challengers. My story is going to be full of testimonies for my challengers. My story, there's going to be invites or call to actions, right? Like, join our group. There's going to be transformation posts. There's going to be messages from my challengers with their name blocked out, right? So that they're anonymous. Like those are all things that I'm going to do that week that's going to like get them stoked to possibly be in our challenge group. Okay. That's the focus for the first week. Then I am not going to keep talking about challenge groups. I'm going to go into coaching, and I'm going to be doing like some jabs, right? Like not just like join my team, but again, how has coaching changed my life? And that's an easy transition into these challenge groups that I get to lead, these challenge groups that I've been doing for 2 years, these challenge groups that literally I get paid to do them. Like you kind of see that transition. So then I'm going to ease into coaching right here, the opportunity for coaching all week, because right around Friday, probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to do a post saying we have an open house where they can come attend, because Monday, see the Bloom open house, they can come attend and find out exactly what coaching is about. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my story is going to be full of it. But for sure, Sunday night, I'm going to be doing a post saying just drop if you are interested in being in the open house. Okay, so you guys kind of see how that transition works. So then I better be adding people to that Bloom open house. Then for that third week right there, my focus again is probably going to be welcoming new people to the group. In my story, if anyone joins, I'm going to put their picture and welcome them. Like when people see that you have people joining, that's contagious. They're like, oh wow, people are actually joining her. I want to be in on that, right? So my story is going to be full of welcoming new coaches. I'm probably still going to be talking about coaching that whole week. And I mean, you can play this by ear, but it just kind of gives you a general theme to run by. And then leading up into the 20th, I'm still yelling so you guys can hear me. Hopefully you can. So in the 20th through the 26th, the focus is again, challenge group testimonials, because I'm going to go back to challenge groups because I want them to get so pumped up that whole week right here, that right around here when I do the last call to join the challenge group that's going to start, I'm going to have people joining. So that, maybe it makes sense to you. Maybe you're like, that's stupid. I think it works. I think it's important to look at every single month at the beginning of every month and figure out what kind of plan you can have where it's going to flow into each other. And maybe for you, you want to switch those up. Like you don't have to do this exactly like I have. Just take the calendar, put your big things on it, and make it so that it flows, so that you're not just like in the morning talking about coaching and saying join our team, and in the evening saying bye Shakeology, right? Like you want to have a flow, and you want your post to be so good that people are like, what the frick are you doing, right? So that when you need to be so freaking confident in your posts that when someone likes it, they don't even have to comment. If they like it, they are going to get a message from you. And you're going to be like, dude, I saw you liked my post. You want to be in the group, right? Like that's why you liked it. Automatically assume, why wouldn't they want to be in this? And that's how you never have to cold invite. You don't ever have to cold invite. Like if your posts are on point and if you have a game plan and if you don't play small and if you play big and you have that confidence, everything will fall into place. Yeah, it's going to take time. And sometimes you're going to have to, some months you might have to cold invite. It's different for everybody, but I really think that if you do this plan, it's going to be fun. You're not going to be as stressed out, and it's going to be better all around. So I'm going to take a break for a minute and breathe because I'm like yelling and sweating. Okay, so that is the calendar. And this will be posted as the cover photo in Team Bloom so that you know where to access it. So there are things on this calendar. If you are not a 15-star diamond coach, you need to be looking at this calendar and you need to be attending these events. So we have the National Wake Up Call every single Monday. That is vital for your business. Like it will keep you passionate. It's kept me from quitting so many times the last 2 years. Those calls are amazing. We have our team call at 10 a.m. on the 7th. Megan is going to be talking about doing power pockets, I think, which is very important if you're working or you have kids or you're busy. You need to know how to do power pockets. I think that's what they're called. We have a team power hour Wednesday the 9th. If you don't even know what a power hour is, we do it as a team. So you should be there. I still go to the power hours. Britt leads them. They're amazing. It literally is such good practice, and it's so great. Bloom Open House right here. Always aim to be in Success Club by the 15th. Aim high. So if you hit it, fantastic. But you got to aim high. There's no reason you can't be in Success Club on the 15th if you are doing the vitals. If you're staying consistent, the longer you're in the game, it's going to be easier and easier. So aim high. Put that as a goal for yourself. By the 15th, I'm going to be in Success Club. That's my goal. Then here we have another team call, another team power hour. Okay, so this calendar you guys need to be aware of, be following. That's why we make it. It'll be the cover photo in Team Bloom. Okay, next. This is the part that I think is the most exciting, but I think it's also the most challenging. And so there is no like one way to do this. So basically everything that I'm about to say, take it and like literally pray about it, think about it, and ask yourself, okay, how does that look in my life? And what does that mean for me? Because in my opinion, this for me is what has made my business successful the past 2 years is this right here. So everyone's business grows at a different pace, right? When I came into the business, mine grew fast. And I really think that's because I had been through a divorce 2 years earlier, and I made the choice to share my world on social media because I wanted to encourage people through it. That does not mean that I shared all the garbage. I still do not share certain things. Like definitely you guys, there's always stuff, even now. Okay, I'll share with you because this is a private call. I am not going to air the crap that happens when once in a while, like once a year, the kids see their dad. I'm not going to share that. Will I share the tough transition of getting married and blending a family? Absolutely. But I can share that without giving details that I prefer to keep like safe in my heart. Do you know what I mean? So there's a difference between sharing your crap and sharing the realness of what life is about. So I chose to do that for 2 years before I became a coach. And so I think that really built a lot of trust with my community. And because of that, I've been a successful coach. If you haven't had that opportunity, which I didn't realize I was doing before, you start now. You start building that trust. You start being vulnerable, and you start opening up your world to the people who follow you on Facebook, okay? But here's the thing. So I was reading about this. People don't just, it's like a telescope. They look in the telescope, right? And you might do a post about body image or something like that, right? So that is zoning in on one thing. And maybe it's that you've had kids before, and so your tummy, you still struggle with it. That's like zoning in on an insecurity, right? But if you are only zoning in specifics like that all the time, they really do want the whole picture. They don't always want to be looking through the telescope. You have to allow people the opportunity to see your whole life. So that means you need to have like 5 topics consistently every couple months. Ask yourself, what season am I in? Right now, my season, a topic that I'm going to talk about a lot is gaining weight because I'm pregnant. Gaining weight is hard, and you can bet I'm going to freaking talk about it. I'm going to talk about being a newlywed. I'm going to talk about my faith because that's always something I talk about. You know, there's like different aspects. If I only talk about getting fat and being pregnant, that's not, they're going to get really tired of that. Like they want to see the whole picture. They want it to be like a reality TV show. And so you've got to not play small. You've got to be brave enough to be willing to say, like, courage means sharing your story with your whole heart. So you've got to say, this is who I am. This is my story. Like, absolutely, yes, protect the parts. But really, I would challenge you tonight to go to your Facebook, look at your social media, and say, what are the 5 themes that I'm talking about? Like, what are the 5 themes of my story? And if someone just looks at my Facebook, are they going to see it? Like, is it a reality show? Or is it I only talk about certain things, right? Don't play small. If you play small, people will be able to tell, and they'll be able to tell. And that's when I think you tend to be a little bit salesy or come across as salesy, is when you're playing small and they can tell. They can tell when there's an area of your life that you're like clearly not showing. So I just want to challenge you to look into all areas of your life there. Think of your big scary dream with this business. You will not get there unless you start embracing every side of your character, including the sides of yourself that make other people feel uncomfortable. So I know that no matter what you do, it's gonna make someone uncomfortable. I have gotten so much crap since becoming pregnant, and I am extremely conservative in my workouts being pregnant. I knew that this was going to happen when I got pregnant, but it will not stop me from sharing my workout posts, no matter how much advice I get, no matter how much I'm told that I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm sorry that it makes them feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to own myself, right? And I'm not going to play small. I'm not going to not share about my workouts because I'm worried about what someone is going to think of me, okay? So maybe for you, that means maybe you've never done a video of yourself working out because you don't have perfect form, or you don't look like the girls in the video, or you don't look like that other coach who you've been following on social media. So the question is, why are you playing small? Why are you so concerned about what other people are going to think of you, when maybe you should post that because there's another mom who also can't do that move, who also has the same, body type as you, who's going to see that and be like, oh my gosh, I can relate to that. But if you play small, she's never going to see that side of you. You've got to play big, and you've got to have the confidence to put yourself out there no matter what other people say, or no matter if it makes them uncomfortable. Because when they flip you crap, it's normally because they are uncomfortable. Like, it's not a reflection of you. Do not make yourself small to make others feel more comfortable, you guys. Their opinions do not pay your bills. They just don't. And no matter what you do, there's gonna be haters. And if you're not getting haters, then you're probably honestly not doing something right. Like, it's just part of the game. And repeat to yourself every day, as many times as needed, someone else's opinion of me is none of my business, you guys. It's none of your business. When you post, you need to ask yourself, what am I struggling with right now? Like, what do I need to hear? And instead of always talking about what you're struggling with or what is painful right now, share how you're overcoming it. Twist it around so you're sharing everything you're learning and all of the strengths that you're finding in yourself, so that you're not just saying how hard things are, but you're saying, this is how I'm growing, right? And you need to think of that one person who you're trying to talk to, and that's who you write the post to. Don't think about your grandma who's going to flip you crap. Don't think about that jealous friend over there who maybe isn't really even your friend anymore because you started Beachbody. That happens all the time. You need to think of, okay, where's me a year ago? And what did I need to hear? That's who I'm going to talk to right now. Even take your phone and open the notes section and verbally speak. I mean, I've never done it before, but I've heard this as a tip recently. Talk into your phone. Write your post on your phone, like, save it. Don't do this directly onto Facebook. I don't know. I'm not a tech person. I'm sure you guys can figure this out. But you write so that it's your voice and you're not going to overthink everything you're saying. Like, get on your soapbox and freaking speak it out, and then post that crap on Facebook. Like, post it up, and who cares what anybody thinks? Like, oh my gosh. And if anyone's trying to bring you down, they're already below you. So it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, that's what I would say. We have 10 minutes, so I'm going to go into this a little bit, but I probably should save it for another call, but it's just us. So I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Woo, I am like sweating. Okay. I'm going to go over here and type this into the chat. Just a minute. Gives me a second to breathe. Oh, ignore that. All right. This right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. It says me, you, God, you, we. I've gone over this for doing live videos, but for me, It's also very helpful for me when I'm super passionate about something and I don't know how to write a post that's like less than 10,000 words, okay? Which happens to me all the time because I get too excited. You guys know how it is, especially right after you work out and you're just like, million words, and no one's gonna read it. So me, you, God, you, we. So this is what I'm saying. And if you're not a Christian, take out the God part and just put truth, okay? So me. So I would first say, so let's say the topic, because this is what I'm dealing with, is, you guys want to know a little secret? Like, you don't even want to know how much weight I've gained. Like, they say 1 to 2 pounds in the first trimester. Like, bull crap. I think I'm at like 20 pounds. Like, whatever. So I'm at like 20 pounds. My doctor's going to be super mad next week when I go to my appointment. So I'm not going to say the 20 pounds part because that is a part that I'm going to choose to keep personal because I already know myself. I don't want to hear that crap, right? But I know that about me. So my me is going to be, like I said today in my post, like I used to think that to be a successful coach, especially when I first started, that I had to be in perfect shape. That's me. That's a thought that I used to have. A mindset that used to hold me. I used to think I had to be in perfect shape. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever compared yourself to someone else and thought you weren't capable of following your dream, right? That's comparitis. We all compare. That's the you. I say what I'm struggling with, and I say, what about you? Have you ever struggled with that? 2 sentences, but I've said what I struggle with, and I've made you look at yourself and think, do I struggle with this too? And the answer is yes, because you do. Then I would say God, which is the truth part. The truth part is I'm a better coach because I have flaws. I'm a better coach because I'm a little heavier. I'm able to relate to people who are modifying now. I'm realizing that modifying is not a disease and that I can get an awesome workout in whether or not I'm jumping or just not jumping, right? The truth is my flaws make me a better coach. So that would be the God part. So God is like truth or like the bottom line, like the truth bomb, the mic drop part of what you're trying to say. 3 sentences. I mean, that wasn't 3, but I'm just talking to you guys. And then you would be, hang on. Okay, making sure everyone's muted. Hold up. All right. You could bring it back again to, I mean, I didn't do this in my post, so I have to think for a minute. But I could say something like, because you know how it is when you're called to do something and that feeling when you do it, even if you're scared or even if you're nervous of what people are going to think and you do it anyway, that feeling of whatever, okay? That would bring it back to them. And then we is, can you imagine the momentum that we would have as a team? I'm talking to you guys right now. If we embraced our flaws and if we empowered other women, can you imagine how just our communities, our families, our parenting, the way we raise our daughters and our sons, how that would change if we really believed that no matter what weight we are or what we're struggling with at the moment, that it doesn't limit us in our ability to do what we're called to do. Can you imagine how that would change the world? That would be the we part. So me, you, God, you, we. If you follow that format, it really will help with your posts. If you're struggling, it's just an idea. So that's what I had to say tonight. I am going to stop the recording. So anyone who's rewatching this, good job for rewatching it. And, oh, I know what I was gonna say before I stop recording. I'm offering this up for the next 14 days. So I've got my calendar kind of blocked out. If you are wanting an audit of your social media, you or your coaches, I'm more than happy to do it. And I'll probably team up with a friend of mine who's kind of like a social media guru. She's volunteered to help me with it. So I will go into your social media, I'll audit it for you, and I'll say, hey, listen, you're only talking about one theme here. You need to be more rounded. Like, what are 4 other things you can talk about? Okay, hey, like maybe we should add some more pictures. Those kinds of things, just because I've been doing it for 2 years and I feel like it gets a little bit easier. I'm more than happy to do that. So message me and I will put you on the calendar for what day I'll do your audit. And then I will probably have my friend look over it and give any other input. So the thing is though, if you ask me to audit your social media, don't be offended by anything I say, because it's really going to be done in love. So have the skin to take it. If me saying, like, you really need more selfies is going to make you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't coach anymore. Like, you're not ready. Don't do the audit. Okay. But contact me if you're interested in that, and pass that along to your coaches. Because I know it's really helpful to have just somebody objectively look. So that's the team call for tonight. Okay. I'm going to hit end of the recording. Bye, guys.